Hey guys, Travis with Swoop Motorsports here. Wanted to give you guys kind of an update on kind of where we're at with the engines, the boat, the trailer, our Black Pearl project build. Again, you guys, Summer and I knew we were buying a project boat. We knew we were going to have to invest a lot of money into it to get it brought up to Swoop Motorsports standards. We plan to run the 2026 shootouts. And we needed to make sure this boat was dialed in for summer. So as we got into it, the boat ran great the 2 times we had it out over summertime, but we knew we were going to get after it in the winter. The decision was made to pull the motors. You guys saw that video over at T Custom Marine. They helped us out with that. I don't have a big enough hoist here. So we got the motors out, and the reasoning behind that was all the hoses, the AN fittings had to be replaced. I'd put my AN wrench on a fitting, it'd crack in half. 20 years of corrosion and everything else, everything had to be brought up to par. So the motors came out. They're in our shop, and I pulled the valve covers off on them and looked at the valve train, and that's when things went wrong. Valve train, we had valve lash, 35 thou, 40 thou, I mean the rockers, everything was all messed up. You could tell nobody's touched these things in a long time. So the decision was made, pull the blowers off, pull the manifold off, let's inspect these lifters, cam, everything else. Well, that's when everything kind of went downhill. Second, we got the blower off, the manifold off, pulled the lifters out. We found multiple lifters where they started grinding into the cam lobe. We found bearings out. We found all sorts of problems. Pulled the cam out, and the cam, you can see it dug, the lifter dug into the cam lobe, good 10 to 15 thou right there. Jacked up over here where the bearings went out. So at that point, Summer and I had to make a decision. We ended up going, basically the old motors were all solid cam, solid lifter. We ended up going full hydraulic. This cam, T Custom Marine, they ran the specs on it, and it is a puny cam, a very small cam. We're guessing, from what we hear, the boat was built for an NHL hockey player or something like that. They probably wanted to give them a very conservative package, set it up, reliable, turnkey. The most boost I saw out of this thing when we ran it was 5 pounds. So, that's probably what they were going after. You guys know us. There's no conservativeness with us. So we consulted with Summer's dad, my father-in-law, Don London, London Racing Engines. We consulted with T Custom Marine, and that's when the decision was made to go full hydraulic. Obviously, we're out here in California. The motors, the boat, everything, the race shop out here in California. Our father-in-law is out in Lake Havasu, and he's our engine guy. He's our crew chief. He's been #1 for, God, I've been doing engines with him since I was 16 years old. So he's been helping us over FaceTime and Zoom and all that, and really taking a part in kind of organizing what direction to go, what cam, lifters, all that good stuff. So thank you, Don. We really appreciate it. Josh at T Custom Marine, Bob Teague, the whole crew there, Matt, you guys are awesome. You guys have, been so supportive through this whole thing. We did not know we were digging in this deep. Summer and ours goal was to get through 2026 with these engines and build new motors in 2020, in the winter of 26, 27. That wasn't the case. Again, we knew we were buying a project boat, so we're not mad. We don't, this is fun for us. The budget was tight on this, so obviously we're over our budget. Boat, break out another 1,000, but it is what it is, and we've been having a blast working on them and, getting these things dialed in for 26. So anyways, you can see we completed this motor right here. So Summer and I just completed building this motor, and it came out awesome. Eddie Marine, they did a kick-ass job on all the powder coating. We powder coated all the accessories purple to match the Black Pearl. and got rid of all the lime green. So Clint, thank you guys, Eddie Marine. Can't wait to be at the Eddie Marine Expo, February 28th, I believe. Boat will be on display, and hopefully we're going to be done by then. So anyways, this motor got all new. We got all new cam, and we went with a big boy. This thing is going to be loud. I know we talked about in previous videos, T-Custom Marine making some straight pipes out the back for us. This thing is going to be loud, if not the loudest boat on the lake, I promise you. We went with all new lifters, all new valve springs. We got all new push rods. So everything basically hydraulic. We are hoping this thing is gonna make around 1150 to 1200 horsepower. They were 950s, 975s before, from what we've been told. Super excited to dyno these. And we're gonna play a fun game when we get those on the dyno. We might go live, so you guys could all be part of that and see. But we are gonna dyno these sometime in December or early January. And we can see kind of where they're at. So super excited. Now I got to go after this motor that I just put together with the solid lifters. We found the problems in that motor, so now I got to tear this motor apart and change everything over to hydraulic this weekend, put it all back together, and then the engines will be done. So super excited for that. We upgraded the fuel system, the fuel pumps, all that stuff, and as soon as the boat gets back from Havasu next week, we'll be doing all the hose line in the actual boat. Which brings us to Adrenaline Trailers. They've been kicking butt on that thing. They've had it all month. I mean, it got stripped down to basically bare bones. They replaced fenders, steps, built a new custom ladder, cut in all new lighting for us. This thing's gonna light up like a Christmas parade. Super excited for that. So all the street shows, we'll have all our fancy little lights on. So really excited to see that from Adrenaline Trailers next week. Then literally the first week of December here, the deck gets repaired and painted. And it's gonna happen right here at our shop, and get going after that. So a lot of things happening, but wanted to give you guys an update on everything. Thank you to all our partners. Really appreciate all the support. PCI Race Radios, they've been huge. T-Custom Marine, Eddie Marine. We got Shadowcaster with the underwater lights. All right, guys, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next update. Take care.